Hi guys, it's your old pal Michael Mills, and today I have an interesting topic I need to inform you on, so I can let you know why you should feel the way I feel. When my daughter was around 3 years old, I used to tell her stay away from the iron because the iron's hot, and nevertheless she didn't listen to me, and one day she burnt herself. But on the bright side of things, that was the last time that she ever touched anything that I told her was hot, and she learned her lesson. And in today's society, you would think that's how things would be with the criminal justice system. If you break the law, you realize that you got your punishment, and most people don't break the law again. But today, the way that society handles people who've been convicted of crimes, it's almost designed for the convicted people to recidivate or, for another a lack of words, continue to commit crimes. You know, and I feel that if America drops its disenfranchisement policy, along with the ostracism of former convicts and communities, as well as within the workforce, both the recidivism and the crime rates will drastically decline. Just in 2011, 2.2 million adults were incarcerated and 4.8 million people were on probation, along with 6.9 people total of people who were under some type of correctional supervision. And criminal history has been an issue with different things like employment, housing, and even the Wall Street Journal had an article there, and they talked about how some people never had charges and there were just mistakes in the database, or some people who've been arrested and the crimes or the charges for those crimes were dropped. Okay, so these people should never even deal with these issues, but they've had problems getting employment, loans, and housing. And the thing is, you know, it's called a correctional system because it's supposed to correct you in your ways. So once someone gets out, they have to find a way to make money, which, is that everyone's goal to make money is to get a job. So yes, you can get out of prison or jail and you can check all the job opportunities, you can get training. I've known people with degrees who still can't get employment. Okay. Even if they pass those hurdles, where are they going to live? A lot of communities don't allow people with criminal histories to live there. And with that being said, sometimes people are stuck in bad neighborhoods and have to deal with slumlords and deal with more and more crime because you're forced to stay around other criminals. And it's not likely that someone could get out of prison and be able to go buy a home and skip these obstacles. So it's hard for a former criminal to make a decent living. Now, it's no problem for rich people or organized career criminals because they probably already have money and have friends with money. But with a low income, it's hard to find a decent place to live, and there's no assistance that you can get because of your background. And a lot of times you're faced with the prospect of making a minuscule amount, like $8, like Logan here told us, with minimum wage. And you can't live in income-based housing, so they're just stuck. And I believe personally that these are some of the factors that cause people to make the same mistakes again. Because you're living in a poverty-stricken areas and you're around more criminals. Eventually, a former criminal could end up back in a life of crime simply trying to make it out of their current situation. It's possible to start your own business, but where does one expect the person to get the startup capital while working with minimum wage and being overcharged by slumlords? It's true that people make their own decisions and that most convicts put themselves in their situations, but let's not put our foot on their necks every chance we get. Why not allow them the opportunity to work hard, get degrees, and start prosperous careers? Some of the most intelligent, hardworking people I know were criminals. If a person truly wants to change, they should be afforded the opportunity. I've seen situations where a person was forced to move out of their own condo because the neighbors found out about a criminal past. But the past is exactly that. It's the past. If no one wants you around, if no one wants to be around you, and you're not actually able to buy a home, and that's hard to do, we're just lost. I mean, they're just lost. But thank you.